Welcome back to the number one self-discovery show on the planet. Today is February 16th, 2022. We are rocking through the year. First, some good news. I finally have a description for this channel which can help people to understand what the self-discovery show is about. Yes, the self-discovery show is about expressing self-discovery, but it is about a show of self-discovery. It's about understanding what it means to emerge from yourself and to become yourself. So the description I have here is, this channel is designed as a show of self-discovery, uncovering your inner, true, authentic self. This is taken in the context of Marcel Proust and his quote, "Only through art can we emerge from ourselves and know what another person sees of the universe, which is not the same as our own." I hope your expression of art and yourself changes your conscious experience of reality. In this context, I'm saying doing the self-discovery show and expressing myself, I have emerged from myself and understand myself in new ways that I never really thought possible. I just cannot believe they just overcome this thing and the fact I know this person. So it does work. You can find yourself and understand yourself and become yourself. You just got to find the thing that works for you. Now, to the meat of this video, I've got to drop in this line here. This is a map of your reality that works like an accounting system for change. Now, for the last, painfully, almost 2 years or something, I've been trying to map and model and understand self-discovery, trying to explain what it means to emerge from yourself on a large scale, to get through your hero's journey and to understand who you are. And I've loved it, but it's been a freaking nightmare. Why has it been a nightmare? Because I've come to learn that you really do need to have 5,000 different things going on at once to have an understanding of something.
5,000 things in your brain.
Of something technical, something complicated, a service. There are so many things to go into in order to explain it to somebody. You have to become an expert in what you're doing in order just to have a normal conversation and explain it to someone to a degree that they understand what it is you're talking about. Where I've got myself to is this. There's a lot to go into here, but here I'm really talking about mapping perception, the collective perception of how you see the world. Now, usually in this setting, in groups of humans, you'll use numbers, or you'll use formulas or computing or something digital to say, well, once upon a time we had 5, now we had 10, that's twice as good, that's progression. But what I'm interested in is how different people see the world and how you can channel that into something. The idea of mapping collective self-discovery and putting it all together. So what you need briefly is some kind of a system that works like a debit and a credit, or a 0 and a 1. So here we're saying time and perception. And it all can get quite complicated and there's a lot to go into, but the good news is I've just gotten to this point where I can put this in front of people. I can say, look, we can do this in an organization, in a group of people, to help you understand who you are, to help you know further, to help you understand who you are, where you're going, what you're working on, and become very creative in what you're doing. What it does, it creates this infrastructure for your creativity, where you can push over here and push over here and push in different directions, and out the other side comes something you wouldn't have seen before.
It's that process that is the magic.
Now, in this context, we're saying great creative minds think like artists but work like accountants. Taken from Carl Newport and his book Deep Work. And if you were to have a little rummage around my channel, around my Instagram, social media, you'll find Change Machine. And that's what this is, this idea of understanding perception, doing things differently in order to become more creative in what you do and design something that your mind alone wouldn't have seen before.
It occurred to me that a good way to generate a positive cash flow would be to curate popular songs and make them available in a digital form, possibly on a small device that could also be used as a phone or even a camera.
Right, a phone, camera, music machine.
iPhone.
And I finally got to a position where I think I can go into an organisation or into a consultancy and say, look, this is how it works, this is what we can do, this is the results you get, blah, 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 which is a extraordinary step, because it worked with the self-discovery show as well, because this is the individual, here is the collective. It's about emerging from yourself and understanding who you are so you can know who you are. In my experience, knowing yourself and having access to your full self is more valuable than money. It's more useful than money as well. You can get deployed in a street in a foreign country, but because you know yourself and understand yourself, you could, come back from almost anything. It is a privilege of a lifetime to be who you are. I think it was Carl Jung that said that. And for anyone who's been missing these little travel videos that I'm making, welcome back to another video where I'm once again going off on a mini adventure to explore this idea of seeing the same land through 100 pair of eyes. The true voyage is not to travel through 100 different lands, but to see with 100 different pair of eyes. It is cold, we're in Britain, it's disgusting outside, you don't want any adventures. However, I hope you're starting to see how this all fits together. Self-discovery show, the machine of psychological change, great creative minds think like artists, will work like accountants. The true voyage is to see with 100 pair of eyes. It's all built up, it's all connected, it's all linked. And I think I'm ready to go in all these avenues. The big one is obviously professional work. It's doing this in an organisation, in a consultancy, and then mapping it back to the self-discovery show.
Right. A phone, camera, music machine.
So as always, on the self-discovery show, thank you for watching and stay tuned for more.